Well, when I was 13, I had developed schizophrenia. I started to hear voices and they started to tell me to do bad things. And there was people there that helped me, like Miss Krumke. She made sure I got my work done. She made me feel like I mattered. There would be times when I go to school, I would eat in the restroom. And Miss Krumke saw that. She was a very important person, one of the very important person in my life that uplifted me, including my mother.
Deja was in the program in which I'm a teacher, and I was what was known as her case manager. The voices were something that were unusual for us because we don't usually see voices manifesting at 7th grade level. I think the voices, they really controlled her behaviors and her decisions, and she listened to those voices.
Well, when she first came to me and told me she heard voices, and she wanted to know what that meant, I told her it was like her second mind, her intuition, that she should probably follow it.
Come to think of it, that was a very bad idea, bad advice, but she didn't know that.
She wouldn't sleep. She said that the voices would tell her to lay down, so she lay down. A few minutes later, they tell her to get up, so she get up. They say, turn on the TV, she turn on the TV, turn it off, she would turn it off. She would do that all night. And I couldn't understand why she was doing it. I didn't know that she was suffering from anything other than just some, rebellious type thing.
She had some typical middle school behaviors, and fortunately, having worked with children with emotional issues for a long time, I knew the difference between what was that atypical behavior or what was typical middle school behavior. The voices would tell her to run, that she wasn't safe and that she needed to leave. And so she would just abruptly run. We would catch her and bring her back and talk with her and process with her to where she would feel safe again.
And I just ran around the neighborhood and I would see stuff. It was just scary. And it was kind of scary to be alone and sleep in the dark.
I took her to the hospital and they admitted her. And the first day was really rough. Deja didn't want to stay. She was in there for 17 days. They were probably the roughest 17 days because when I'm there visiting her, I had to put up a front and, she wanted to come home and, she couldn't come home, and then I had to leave her there, all those days. And I was embarrassed, so I didn't share anything that I was going through. I had to accept it myself, and it was hard because I had to leave her at the hospital, and the teachers were very supportive in that they had absolutely no problem with giving me her homework. And then I would take her to the hospital and I would leave it. And then she, managed to pass the grade that she was in. They didn't hold her back because she was gone for that long.
Everybody has a hurdle they have to overcome. In Deja's case, she had several. And so you've just got to have a cheering group. And for Deja at that time, there were a group of teachers who were compassionate and fun.
Well, Miss Krumke, she ran out and bought me a real rose and a teddy bear, and to this day I still have the teddy bear.
In life, things are just little things that people do. It's that starfish tale where the little girl's walking on the beach and throwing the starfish in the water. And someone says to her, you're never going to save all of them. And she goes, yeah, but it'll make a difference for this one, and I'll save this one. So, that was my immediate reaction when she said that. I was very touched. I thought that is so sweet. And then I thought, darn, who have I missed that I didn't do that for?
I didn't realize Miss Krumke was that instrumental. And, I am very grateful because that really made an impression on her.
Getting people to accept mental illness is a very difficult road. And I don't know how you go about doing that. But I'm awfully proud of Deja for taking this first step. Because, wow, this takes courage.
I'm extremely, extremely proud of her. And to have the support system that I have now, I truly wish I would have had it in Houston because I don't worry. I don't worry as much. Not at all. Deja has shown me that you can work through it. You can live a normal life. Actually, that's her normal life. Parents and even the person suffering from the illnesses no need to be embarrassed. There are organizations out there like NAMI. There are people out there like myself who erase those stigmas, don't believe in them. Just don't be afraid, look for help, do research, and just go out there and see what you can find so that you can have somebody to help you out.
Deja's done this. We're like the support team. Yes, we're the cheerleaders standing on the sidelines, but she's done this. She's had that wherewithal within her to do this. And so, you know, yes, we all play a role, but the majority of the credit has to go to her. That she's been willing to do this, and that is awesome.
I think it's important for people to know that there's people out there, that they're not alone, and that there's somebody that cares about them. And you never know, you might meet somebody that understands, that could actually encourage you to help others too.